A small but significant ceremony was held last night, hosted by the Department of Trade, Commerce and Industry. Gracing the event with their presence was the Vice Minister for Planning and Chuave MP James Nomane, Chief Trade Officer Richard Yakam, Chief Commissioner of Customs David Towie, and staff of the Department of Trade, Commerce and Industry. In delivering the keynote address, Minister for International Trade and Investment Richard Maru expressed his gratitude to the Prime Minister James Marape for formally creating the Department of International Trade and Investment. In line with this, the formal announcement of the appointment of Jacinta Warakai Manua.
This evening it gives me great pleasure on behalf of our government to announce to the country that Jacinta Warakai Manua has been appointed the first acting head of department for the Department of International Trade and Investment. We're happy that the husband is here. The government has looked around and clearly felt among other potential candidates she was the best one in the country.
In addressing those in attendance, Mrs. Manua was humbled by her appointment and thanked the minister for his confidence.
Trade, of course, is an important tool for development. And it has been a journey in Papua New Guinea. I started off as a trade officer, a trade policy officer in the Department of Trade and Industry, and kept on moving between Department of Trade and Industry and Foreign Affairs. And of course, I've served abroad as well as a diplomat representing the Papua New Guinea government and, of course, the people of Papua New Guinea.
Mrs. Manua will hold the secretary position until a formal structure is approved and the position of a permanent secretary is advised for a permanent appointee to be the head of the new department. Minister Maru also announced the appointment of James Joshua as the new acting chairman for the Securities Commission, who is currently the director of the Market Supervision and Licensing Division of the Securities Commission. Mr. Joshua also promised to deliver on the work and aspirations of Minister Maru.
I would like to thank Minister Maru personally and also the government for having trust in me and appointing me to acting on this position.
Meanwhile, the outgoing chairman of the Securities Commission, Mr. Robert Samon Minak, in a brief statement stated that the Securities Commission of PNG is in a better place now than it was 2 years ago. Mr. Minak says, and I quote, "Mr. Joshua is an integral member of the team, initiated and progressed transformational and game-changer initiatives we have implemented and ongoing there. The responsible minister, Honourable Richard Maru, envisions the future trajectory for the regulator and the industry and has made a series of decisions accordingly. I find solace in the fact that the Securities Commission continues to be in seasoned stewardship. I am confident of Mrs. Joshua and Maru's capabilities to advance the industry to new dimensions. I thank Prime Minister James Marape for the opportunity to serve the people in this capacity for the last 1.5 years." End quote. Rocky Iso, National EMTV News.